Everybody okay with the volume and clarity?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right, great. All right, it's your turn now.
Yeah, thank you. Well, of course, the new PDC ordinance has promised in terms of streamlining for retail. It does require that the property owners, shopping center owners actually engage and come forward with proposals. The town isn't telling them that we need to get them to engage, and in the case of Jay Kerner, we're going to get that engagement. With respect to the height limit issue, I think that was in the context of businesses and not necessarily in terms of residential development. And I do think it depends on the location. There are definitely places in the Moraga Center specific plan where some height limits could be higher. There's been talk in town about the fact that the Moraga Center specific plan area would be a very nice place for for example, Moraga for St. Mary's College student housing, which could be on top of retail, right there in the flatlands out there beyond the hardware store, for example. That's a need that would help bring life into the Moraga Center specific plan area, to the shopping center, to all the stores there, and would also, provide a desperate need for St. Mary's College, which doesn't have enough housing on campus. So there are definitely some ways in which we as a community and all the stakeholders and all this can have that conversation and partner together. The Moraga Center specific plan does have an implementation committee process. I'm not currently involved in that, but others on the council will be. And there are many other voices that are emerging that want to push that process forward, build bridges with the Brazzoni family. I'm all in favor of that because I think we do need to have other people lead some of these conversations. I will say that with respect to my actions as a council member, I voted for the Chase Bank. I voted for the Moraga Center specific plan. Both of those, I think, have benefited the Brazzonis in terms of making better use of their center. And also voted for the town center project, which also is an infill development, which I think ultimately will work out nicely for the community. If you recall, there was a time when Sansara was seen as an eyesore, and then the trees grew up and the landscaping came together, and it's a very attractive place now. I think you have to give that development time, and I think we'll ultimately have a development there and people there that will be able to walk to stores, walk to transit, and do some of the things that the Moraga Center specific plan was intended to accomplish. And with respect to the Brazzoni family, I of course talk to them and see them all the time. And I've been also intrigued at some at the Canyon Club Brewery. They're getting more enthused about what's happening in their centers. I think that's a very positive development. La Fenestra coming in, for example. And there are other folks in the next generation of the Brazzoni family that may be people that we should also be reaching out to, because this is a younger community. Folks with young families are moving in and they have retail needs and like to see them satisfied. I'm very supportive of that.